What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is a different kind of video. I usually don't hold the camera anymore. I do a lot of voiceovers. Anyway, this is going to be a casual video checking out the brand new Asus ROG Rapture GT6. This is a mesh system, Wi-Fi 6 system. I have never tried a mesh system by Asus. I was originally going to make a video about this on TikTok only, but I decided why not check it out on YouTube. I'm sure some people are interested in this mesh system, so today let's check it out. Let's see what Asus has to offer when it comes to the mesh system. I have really high hopes for this thing because I'm pretty sure it's like $700. So we're going to see if it's worth it. Before we even open the box, let's cover some of the specs that are listed on the box right here. This is a tri-band system. You're gonna get two 5 GHz bands and one 2.5 gig ports for Ethernet, 9 internal antennas, AI protection just built in. I'm sure they're gonna charge you for this AI protection thing. And it covers up to 6 rooms, almost 6,000 square feet with just 2 units, which that's a lot of number for just 2 units. So let's see if it lives up to the specs. But the most interesting thing that I'm looking at right here is it says it can give you speeds up to 10,000 megabits per second, which is insane. And I don't know if this is claiming it over Wi-Fi, but this is Wi-Fi 6, so technically it should be able to give you that as long as you have the right devices. Anyway, that's the specs on this thing. Let's set it up and see if it actually lives up to the hype and if it's worth the money. All right, let's see what the ROG Rapture GT6 has to offer in the box. You got your manual, obviously, 2 of these units right out of the box. These are beefy, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think the best thing so far about this whole mesh system is the looks. I mean, this looks really good. Imagine this in like your gaming room. I'm sure it has RGB built in. As it says right here, it connects to the Asus Aura software and you can change the lights and everything, but this is the actual unit. I mean, this is a tank. Pretty cool design up top. You can see this is the main unit. This is the main entrance. You got USB 3.0. You're gonna get 4 Ethernet ports, obviously the main input one. Let's see what else is in the box. Stop, are you having trouble? Call us right now. This is one thing that I like about Asus. Their software is not bad when it comes to internet. I've used them multiple times before and I've liked them, honestly. In this box, we get obviously the connections. You get a power cable. Whoa, this is a beefy power cable, man. Oh my gosh, what? Okay, I've never seen this before. This uses an actual power adapter, which is crazy because obviously it needs that much power to power this mesh system. That's a first, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to mesh systems. Let's go set up these units, do some testing, poke around the software and see what we can find out. All right, so I'm actually gonna be switching it with the Orbi. This is the current mesh system I use. Obviously this is top of the line, $1,000 for 3 units. Let's switch them out real quick. All right, just like I thought, it has built-in RGB, baby. You know what that means? More FPS. I'm sure whatever color is displaying right here means different things, if it's connected or not connected or whatever, but as I mentioned, I've used the Asus app before. That's all you need is the Asus router app right here. I think all you gotta do is just press add, set up a new network, and you can see Asus Wi-Fi routers. It should be under here. Now all you gotta do to connect to the actual device is scan the QR code on the bottom of the unit. And just like that, after scanning the QR code, it found the actual device. Join the network. While it's setting up, I love that the RGB is actually RGBIC, so it changes colors as it goes by. That's pretty cool. So I just set up my SSID. So far, it's been pretty smooth. And I actually set up the login to access the local host for the router to change settings if I wanted to via browser. Also via the app as well within the initial setup, which is kind of cool. I've never seen that being done before with a wireless router. All right, like expected, firmware update, first thing that pops out after it's done initializing. So this is normal behavior with any router, really. Let's let it update the firmware and we'll go set up the second unit. I'm actually going to set up the second unit on my filming desk. This is my current working setup and gaming setup. I would need this the most in this room. So I'm going to set up the second unit in here. We're not that far from the second unit. I'll show you here in a little bit how far we are when I set up this one. The one thing that's actually been disappointing, usually when I set up mesh systems, they know that it's multiple units, but this far, the other unit hasn't asked me to set up this one and hasn't recognized it, hasn't connected to it at all. So I don't even know if it's connected to the other unit or not. I'm going to try to figure out how to connect the 2 units together. I guess the only way to do that is to click the plus button and say add AI mesh node. I don't even see it. After further investigation, it looked like my mesh system wasn't connected to the internet. It didn't even tell me that. So I just restarted the modem and the router. We'll see if that fixes the issue. After more investigation, it seemed like the internet was just fine, but for some reason I couldn't get it to run any connection to anywhere. So I just factory reset this unit. I brought the other unit up here. We're gonna be testing it, setting up both units at the same time. For some reason, it's not able to find the other node. Let's turn it off and turn it back on, see if that makes a difference. Still not able to find that unit. Let's start to factory reset it and see if that makes a difference. Sorry about my kid's mess, by the way. All right, so after the factory reset, no luck either. So let me try to figure something else out. All right, so randomly out of the blue, decided to connect and now it's working. So now we have a mesh system. That's kind of weird, but it works, so I'm not gonna complain. The first thing that I want to do is run a speed test on my iPhone. This is usually my standard for testing any mesh system. Usually the good numbers are between 5 to 6, 700. I pay 1200 down about over iPhone. That's the max you're going to get. So let's see what we can get right in front of the mesh unit right here. All right, let's see. Okay, 700. Not bad. Not bad. All right, so it's capping at 700 on my iPhone. That's honestly pretty darn good. Now the second test is I start a speed connection test and I just walk around the house and see how the speed just improves or de-improves or goes down or goes up. All right, so we're at 200 in this room. That's okay. 300 in the kitchen, which is not that far away from the unit. Almost 400 anywhere. Dining rooms that way too. But yeah, the speeds looks pretty good on the main level. Now the two other areas I want to test is if we put this unit downstairs in my gaming setup, because that's what I will need it the most. And outside, we've been hanging a lot outside in the summer, so I want to test out the speeds that I can get out there. I want to make sure I still can get Wi-Fi, so I'm going to go outside and test that right now. All right, so I'm outside pretty far away from the unit. Let's see what kind of speeds we can get out here in the backyard. Dang, that's really good. 500 out here. So it looks like when I'm not moving, the speeds are incredibly good. Next, let's take this unit downstairs in my gaming setup because that's where I'll need it the most, and see what kind of speeds we can get over on my PC and on my phone down there. And just to give you an idea where the second unit will be, you walk over here, come downstairs into the dungeon. It's a little dark right now. Stay with me now. Stay with me. Don't give up now. All right. And we come into the gaming room, gaming setup, gaming area right here. I'm gonna set up the second unit right here and see what we can get with it. All right, we're downstairs in the gaming room and the second unit is connected to the mesh system. So technically we should get pretty good speeds down here. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. All right. That is pretty good for my phone. Now let's test on the PC and see what kind of speeds we can get right here. All right, let's see a speed test on the PC. What do we get? I'm hoping 700. That is not 700, that's 150. That's horrible. Why is it so bad? That's not good. All right, so the last thing I want to try is this. Actually, I'm going to put the unit right here, the other unit right here for the mesh system, and I'm connected via Ethernet to my PC and see what I can get via Ethernet over here. All right, the second unit is actually on the PC right now. It's connected via the Ethernet to the PC directly from the back ports. Let's see best case scenario we can get on the speed test on the PC. This is your best case scenario if you have the same distance between your gaming room and your modem. Let's see what we can get over this mesh system over Ethernet. Going on 1, 2, and 3. I have fingers crossed because I really want this to be good, especially since it's Asus and ROG. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, so over Ethernet, you're getting 750. So you know the mesh system is working good. It could have just been the Wi-Fi connection over the second unit mesh system. Now, obviously, speeds is not everything when it comes to mesh system. There's a lot of features that mesh system offer that make it even worth it even more. In this scenario, I found out that the app is filled with features. Whether it's the protection feature that this has, comes free included, which is awesome. I looked through it. It looks like it protects really well. You can run scans. You can detect things on different devices, block things. All of those things matter to a lot of people, especially people that care about security. Another thing that I really liked is there's profiles for different ages, from 0 to 6, 6 to 13, or 13 to 18, or adult or whatever, so you can set up different boundaries so you can limit the access to your children. The last thing that makes this mesh system a gaming system is the fact that it has this ability called game mode. You press it, you start. Basically when you're gaming, I'm gaming right now, this is a priority. Latency as low as possible, lag as low as possible, all the speeds, all the transfers are happening, focusing on the device that is actually gaming. That feature itself right there is really, really cool, especially if you have a very crowded house, a lot of connections, multiple kids, whatever it is the scenario you're running into. So yeah, there is definitely a market for this router in my opinion. The price is hefty, $599. The speeds are incredible, especially in my case, I'm able to get 500 to 600 in the backyard over Wi-Fi on my phone, which is super cool. This is definitely future-proofing with the ability to do Wi-Fi 6 to whatever devices you're going to be upgrading to in the future. Honestly, so far everything looks really good. The only thing that was a little disappointing is the connection from my PC over Wi-Fi to the second unit, but that could be also my PC because it's crammed, there's a lot of cables. But the only thing that I have better speeds with other devices such as the Orbi. The one negative thing that I will mention on again is the setup process. It was kind of finicky, it took forever to set up. I had to reset the device, update the firmware, but I've also noticed a pattern when it comes to mesh systems. A lot of them have this same issue. So, but other than that, I don't have any other complaints. Super cool. If you have the money, if you have the means, and if you want super reliable Wi-Fi all over your house, this might be the thing for you, especially if you do gaming, because it allows you to prioritize gaming above all else. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I will see you next time in another video. If you're interested in this, I'll leave the link down below in the description. You can check it out for yourself. It comes in black and white. And again, thank you Asus for sending these units out to check out, and that was it. I'll see you next time. Bye.